If you're looking to buy some advanced GG, you could use my code WALLAH for 10% off. Thank you. Just really quickly before we get into the video, I am going to be talking about a perk called Quick Charge. This is for the newer players. If you don't know what Quick Charge does, basically it gives you 25 handling for your shotguns and also for other weapons like fusion rifles, submachine guns, swords, even sidearms. Even though it doesn't say it, it does give you sidearm handling as well. So now you guys know what Quick Charge does, so let's get into the video. Hey, what's going on, guys? WALLAH here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what I think the best shotgun is and all the contenders. All the shotguns you see on screen right now, in my opinion, are the top shotguns. Everything else really isn't that great. Of course, this does not include exotic shotguns. We're going to be taking a look at heavy hitting shotguns, the precision frame shotguns, believe it or not, because I know a lot of people like those. And of course, my favorite, the lightweight shotguns. Right now, shotguns are probably the most inconsistent they've ever been. A lot of nerfs, a lot of slide nerfs, accuracy nerfs, everything just makes it super inconsistent, and it's really frustrating. So I kind of want to show you guys what you should be using to get the most consistent feel, at least coming from a shotgun player. Before we get into the list, if you guys could drop a like and a sub on the video, I am trying to hit 200k before the end of the year. Thank you. We're going to start off with the precision frame because this is my least favorite frame in the game entirely. I know some people really like this one specifically because it does actually roll with quick draw and opening shot, which is really nice. The one downside again is it's a precision frame. It's an awkward slot where it's still a slow shotgun with low handling, but it's also a little bit faster than something like your typical Felwinter's Lie or Found Verdict. This is where you got to ask yourself, is it really worth using the 65 RPM? Yeah, it shoots a little bit faster, but you actually can't kill from as far away. And as you can tell from the handling, looking at the Found Verdict Time Lost and the Fractithist, they're almost identical in terms of the handling, so what the hell's the point of using it? I know the range is pretty high, but in my opinion, this is probably my least favorite archetype. I'm not saying it's complete trash, but it's definitely the worst out of the three, and I would probably try to stay away from the precision frames if you could. Before we go on to the next archetypes, I want to just talk about the Matador really quickly. I know some people are going to talk about how it has opening shot and perpetual motion. Oh my god. If you're not going to use the Fractithist, don't use the Matador, okay? Because this is definitely way better considering it has quick draw on it and even slide shot. Matador don't have either of that. It has threat detector, which isn't terrible, but it's just not as good. The shotgun's not that great. I know one of your favorite streamers probably uses it, but it's just not the best shotgun, okay? I'm just being honest. But that's okay. If you like fun shotguns and you have fun using this thing, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, my second favorite frames are actually the heavy hitting ones, no surprise there. These are extremely good, and these are the only two you should be using. The only time you should be using Felwinter's Lie is if you are in Warlock with Ophidian aspects. If you're not, you should probably stay away from this one, and this is the shotgun that every class should be using. Hunters, Titans, whatever it may be, you can get some sick handling on this thing. I know there are other heavy hitting shotguns out there that hit just as hard, but this one is a time lost version, meaning you can actually get some adept mods on it, making it that much better. So there's actually two different god rolls on this thing. This is the first one. I think this is probably going to be your best bet for consistency because you definitely want full choke and accurize together. The only thing is you kind of have to run surplus because 63 handling isn't crazy good. There is one alternative. So instead of full choke, you could actually slot on barrel shroud, and what this does is it gives you a lot more handling, but at the sacrifice of consistency. If that's something you're actually willing to do, you could actually slap slide shot on instead of surplus, because that means with quick charge, you'll be at 97 handling. Again though, this is kind of like preference. I think with slide shot and opening shot together, you might not need full choke, especially since it's a heavy hitting shotgun, but I think I would most likely suggest going with the surplus full choke roll just to be on the safer side because you do really want full choke on a shotgun. Either way though, both rolls are beautiful and you will be happy with either one, I promise. Honorable mention obviously goes to the Astral Horizon. The only downside is you can't actually get it anymore, so I'm not even going to bother. Now we have the top 4 lightweight shotguns. I know some of you guys are seeing the Xeno class and kind of getting confused, but give me a second. The most popular one at the moment, the 7th Seraph shotgun, is one of my favorites. It rolls with little perks, which is really nice because it's really easy to get a god roll. At this moment in time, this is the god roll. Full choke, accurized round, slide shot, snapshot, handling masterwork, quick charge on top of the 81 handling. You get 100 handling. It's literally quick draw actually, not basically. It legit is quick draw with slide shot. This is why it's my favorite lightweight, at least was my favorite until I saw the Xeno class. In the energy slot, this is my favorite lightweight in the game, and that's only because it's exactly like the 7 Seraph shotgun, but it actually drops with different perks instead of snapshot. And then I know some people are thinking this one has Vorpal weapons, which is true, but Vorpal isn't always working. Maybe you want to try some other stuff and experiment. You can get stuff like Rampage, Killing Wind, Vorpal, just like the other one, Swashbuckler, Eye of the Storm. There's a fuck ton of perks, and that's what kind of sucks about this thing, because you are going to have a very hard time farming for this thing. But of course, the god roll for this one is almost the same thing. The only difference is Killing Wind instead of Snapshot. So again, is it really worth farming for? Probably not, but it feels really, really nice, and it technically is better, in my opinion. Now we have the 2 kinetic shotguns. The Reese Walker is really good, but the Wastelander just outclasses it, man. Taking a look at the perks, obviously you got Iron Reach, and you got Quick Draw, which you don't need, so you can go for something like Hipfire Grip, or even Firmly Planted. Something like that would be a lot better, because this is a lightweight, and you're going to have Quick Charge for the 100 handling anyways. So you want to stay away from Quick Draw and Surplus and go for something else. In my opinion, I think this is arguably a god roll. You could switch out for something like Slideways or even something like Firmly Planted. It's just kind of a weird shotgun. You don't typically see Firmly Planted or Hipfire Grip on a lot of shotguns, but this is actually pretty legit. I would say this is not a bad roll whatsoever, but it's not as good as the Wastelander. The reason why I think the Wastelander is the best shotgun in the game. Yeah, this is the best shotgun. Surprise, it's at the end. This is the best shotgun in the game because it's a lightweight frame that has opening shot and slide shot together. What you guys see on screen right now is the absolute god roll shotgun. This is as good as it gets in terms of consistency, one-shot kills. You guys will actually be really surprised at how good this thing is. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me because it's a lightweight frame, but for those who have given this a try and actually trust my opinions, I promise you they're probably really happy, assuming you have a really good roll. Don't test shotguns out and give your opinions on it unless you have a god roll, because it just does not make sense. This shotgun looks fantastic, feels fantastic, and also has a really cool crosshair on it. It's not like any other shotgun. It feels really clean and very agile. Again, the only downside, it's in the kinetic slot. I can't use Thorn with this thing. I can't use Messenger. I can't use Desperado, whatever. I just can't do anything with this thing because it's sitting in the wrong slot. So that's why Xenoclass comes in second or first. Arguably, these are the best 2 shotguns in the game, in my opinion, right now. I know some people are probably going to clown on me for this and say that Fellwinter's is still the best. 7 Seraph, again, is up there. But these are the best, in my opinion. Which one should you farm for? In all honesty, don't farm for the Xeno class. It's not worth it. You're better off getting a 7 Seraph because it's way easier and it's practically the same shotgun. But the Wastelander is definitely worth getting if you use energy primary weapons because of how consistent and just awesome it is. Anyways, I just kind of talked like a nerd for a while, talked about shotguns, gave my opinions. I hope this kind of clears it up for newer players. Again, I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me, and that's okay. This is just my opinion, and I've been using a shotgun for like 6 years now, 7 years, so I kind of know what I'm talking about a little bit. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.